Welcome to the Grit of the Matter, where we talk about what it takes to grow through life's unexpected challenges. I'm Denise, and this podcast is built on 5 pillars: grace, resilience, intentional, trust, and thrive. These conversations are for inspiration and education only and are not substitute for medical or professional advice. Please consult your qualified provider for your personal needs. If this resonates with you, be sure to like, follow, share, and make sure to turn on those notifications so you never miss an episode. Now, let's get to the grit of the matter.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Grit of the Matter. Have you ever looked at somebody else's life and thought to yourself, maybe I should be doing more? Maybe you look around and you have felt like everybody else is moving faster, doing more, accomplishing bigger things, or maybe they're handling life better. And all the while, you're over here just trying to hold things together most of those days. I really do think a lot of people feel that way. They just don't say it out loud, right? Maybe you're watching these reels and you see all these things that are going on behind the scenes, or you think they're going on behind the scenes. And you just have to think about that, right? I want to talk about thriving today. Thriving, I think we've been taught that it only looks one way. It looks like everything is put together. It looks like everything is organized. Everything's productive. It looks like everything is successful. Like those reels, right? Like the reels that we see on social media. And honestly, real life really does not always look like that. It doesn't look like the perfect face or the perfect body or the perfect move or the perfect anything for that matter. We live in a world where everybody sees only those highlight reels or the finished product, right? The exciting moments, the big announcements, all those things. But what we don't always see is the exhaustion, the overwhelm, the adapting, the sacrifices, the quiet moments behind it all that make it happen. And if we're not careful, we start comparing all of those things in our real life to somebody else's highlight reel. And I know that's a big deal to think about because I've done it too. I've looked at these perfect reels and all the stuff on social media and been like, man, I should be doing that. And that really can make you feel like you're truly behind. Or it can also make you feel like you're not doing enough. It might also make you feel like you're not thriving the right way. But really think about it this way: thriving does not look the same for everybody. And honestly, I don't think it should. So there was a time where I thought truly thriving meant that you were constantly doing more. You were constantly staying busy, always pushing harder, and always producing something more. And now, for me, it looks really, really different. Now, thriving might look like, to me, protecting my peace, listening to my body, simplifying things that I need to, slowing down when I need to, and making space to just breathe. And honestly, I think that's healthier than the version that I used to be or that I used to chase. So, this is something that I really want people to understand. You do not have to apologize for the way you need to live your life. And I say this because I was on a podcast with some friends of mine, and that was one thing that I say all the time that I do not do is I do not apologize for being limited or having to make adjustments anymore. I Yes, I say I'm sorry whenever I slow someone down or something like that, but I don't apologize for who I am. I don't apologize for the things that I have been through because they make me who I am. So never apologize. You do not have to apologize for the way that you need to live your life. You do not have to constantly explain why you had to slow down, why you changed your direction, why your routines look different. And you really don't have to change why your priorities shifted. Life changes people. Experiences change people. Your body changes. And your mindset changes. And last but not least, your definition of thriving is allowed to change too. It's okay. I think comparison steals a lot from people. Let that sink in for a second. Does comparison steal something from you? Does it make you question? Because instead of asking what actually works for my life, why don't we say, why don't I? Because instead of asking what actually works for my life, we try to ask, why don't I look like them? And those are two completely different questions. Maybe somebody else thrives in chaos and constant movement. I know people like that. Maybe you only thrive in those slower mornings, those quiet routines, and a little more balance. That's okay too. Neither one of those are wrong. Here is something that might help. Instead of asking, what should thriving look like? Try asking, what actually makes, try asking, what actually feels healthy for me right now? That might change a lot for you in the way that you think. Another one, ask another thing that might help. Stop measuring your life only by productivity. I know I've had to slow down a lot because some really, really important things in life don't look productive. They might be slow, like rest, like peace, like healing, like just slowing down. Protecting your mental space. We need that. Those things do matter too. And maybe the biggest thing, maybe celebrate those quieter wins. Not every win has to be huge. Sometimes the win is just getting through your day, getting through your week, saying no when you need to be resting without guilt, starting over again Staying consistent in small ways rather than trying to throw a bunch of things on you. These things do still count. I think sometimes people assume thriving means everything feels amazing all the time. I'm going to tell you, I don't feel amazing all the time. But honestly, sometimes thriving just means that you learn how to stop fighting yourself so much. And that right there, that's a huge shift. So if you can do that, that's perfect. Thriving does not have to look impressive to be real. I really want people to remember that because quiet progress is still progress. It's a slower pace. It's still movement. It might be a different life does not mean a lesser life. So if your life looks different than what you imagined, yeah, you heard what I said, or different than somebody else's, that does not mean that you're failing. It might just mean that you're learning what thriving actually looks like for you. And that is okay. Thriving does not have to look like everybody else's version of success. It just has to work for your life. And it just has to take it. You have to take it. Blech. Just take it one step at a time. That's enough. You are not alone in this. And if this one resonated with you today, follow along on your favorite podcast platform, doesn't matter which one, and share it with somebody that might need to hear it too. Thanks everybody for listening. I'll see you next time.
Thank you for being here today. If this episode encouraged you, please share it, leave a review, and turn on those notifications so we can continue to grow together. Remember, strength isn't about being untouched. It's about choosing who you become in the process. And wherever you are in your journey, you are not in this alone. This is the grit of the matter. So keep moving forward.